Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We have some pretty good news for those of you, and I definitely see the concern in the comment section about the Final Fantasy 16 PC version. It looks like it, in fact, will not be an Epic Games Store exclusive. I feel like I had outlined a pretty good reasoning as to why it wouldn't be an Epic Games Store exclusive in yesterday's video, but we'll talk about it again, and a bit of an update on Starfield as the game has officially dropped. So I want to mention that real quickly at the end. But first of all, as noted on Twisted Voxel, the PC version of the latest entry in Square Enix's latest entry in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy 16, is reportedly not an EGS exclusive. According to Reset Era member AP Zone Runner, who is a features editor at VG 24/7, the PC version of FF16 will not be an EGS exclusive as per his knowledge after the launch of FF7 Remake. As an EGS exclusive, there was, thought and reasoning to believe that FF16 would be an exclusive. What I will offer you is that Final Fantasy 16 is looking to drop on both Steam and Epic Games Store, but if you actually look at the Epic Games Store, Square Enix has not released Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion on that platform, nor have they released Octopath Traveler 2. Interesting with Octopath Traveler 2, Octopath Traveler 1 is available on Steam, is available on Epic Games Store, but not on that platform either. So, the sequel, that is. So, I was like, man, is there, some sort of rift between Square Enix and Epic Games Store's relationship? Or is it a case of, okay, Epic Games did their case study, they looked at the Final Fantasy VII Remake and how much of a driver that is versus what they paid, and they probably paid a pretty big penny for that. But the thing is, do you want to be in a position where Epic Games Store, and this looks very weak on their part, where they're paying money for a timed exclusivity period for a timed exclusive that was on another platform? Yes, it wasn't on PC, but they still had timed exclusivity on FF7 Remake on PlayStation, and now you're essentially getting the scraps, and you're paying for the scraps for a second timed exclusive period. Look at the position that puts you in. It's not a very advantageous one to be in. Or would you rather allocate those funds into acquiring other exclusives? I would argue, your Saints Row 2022s of the world, probably not good investments either. What I do think, if Epic Games is really serious about cultivating exclusives for their platform, I like the idea of them actually funding the entire development process for a game, and then at that point, yo, you guys can be mad about Alan Wake 2 being an Epic Games Store exclusive. From what I know, Epic Games is very much behind the funding of that game from the ground up, so would that game even become a reality without Epic Games? I don't know. It probably wouldn't have, from what I know, and at that point I can be like, okay, yo, you funded the game exists because of you, put it on your platform, and you know what? Hell, put it on your platform with perpetuity, and for however long you want, but timed exclusives I always think is whack. Either, fund the game outright, or, just don't do this nonsense where you're paying money to literally lock the game away from other people when the game was gonna come out regardless. Final Fantasy 16 was gonna be created regardless of Sony's funding or not. At least that's what I would think. Alan Wake 2, I'm not certain about that. I don't think it would have been, so that's my 2 cents on that, but I think this game is gonna do really well on PC. Releasing on Steam right out the gate, FF7 Remake didn't do that crazy, but that game also came out, a year and a half after the fact? I don't think it's gonna be a year and a half for FF16. I think, March to June is where I'm kind of comfortable at. End of Q1 to end of Q2 of next year, I think we'll have FF16 on PC, and there, of course, is DLC in development. The note is that the DLC does take place sometime in the middle of the story, and we'll see how that will turn out. If you remember, Final Fantasy 15 had that wonky DLC where it was really just, you could tell that they were gonna do DLC. With FF16, I think this is more of a case of people wanting the world to be fleshed out, so DLC in regard of that, I think is gonna be pretty good. However, I would offer you this: I do not think the DLC is gonna be included with Final Fantasy 16 with its PC release. I think what's gonna happen is maybe the DLC will come out right before the first DLC will come out right before FF16 drops on PC, then they'll drop the PC version, and then they'll subsequently drop the 2 pieces of DLC after that. hopefully, I would imagine the game is going to be priced at $60. Like, maybe FF16 is one of those games they could get away with $70. I don't know. Square Enix has been one of the publishers that have been pushing the $70 price tag on PC as well. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, $70 on PC, and that was a very much delayed release. Forspoken, that was a very crappy release, and that was $70 as well. So, you know, I wouldn't be all too surprised if it was $70, and I'm just speaking from the lens of Square Enix. Obviously, I don't want any game to be $70, but you know, if it is $70 and they include both pieces of DLC, that's one thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. Even FF15, while they did include the DLC, all of it, with the Royal Edition, we did ultimately get episode Arden as well, and that was a standalone piece of content, so you know, not standalone, but it was a buyable piece of DLC, not included with the Windows edition. But nonetheless, FF16 coming to PC is exciting, and it will be interesting to see the performance requirements and, you know, how beefy of a PC we're going to need to run this game at 4K 60 frames per second, because let's be real, the PlayStation 5 showed its limitations with FF16. As much as I love the game, playing in the performance mode, you could even see frame rate dips on that, although in combat, it would sacrifice the resolution rather than the frame rate, so on PC, the question is also going to be, how is that port going to be? If you guys remember, Final Fantasy 15 certainly had its fair share of issues, and if that is going to stretch into FF16, we'll see about that. Obviously, FF16, a bigger gargantuan beast than FF15, given that FF15 was a 2015 title, FF16 a 2023 title, so a lot to consider there. But at the very least, Epic Game Store exclusivity seems off the table. Lastly, I do want to note, Starfield is officially out. If you didn't want to pay the $100 or $82 at Green Man Gaming, or you just didn't care to play the game day one, you didn't want to drop $70 even for the release on Steam, you can now pick up the game and play it through Game Pass. Now, Game Pass, they're a little sly with this one, Microsoft. I see what you're doing, but they did pull the $1 promotion to play Starfield. That is something that I would imagine that they're going to do pretty regularly. I don't think that promotion is going to come back in time for Forza Motorsport, because could you imagine paying $1 and just playing Starfield and Forza Motorsport? That'd be kind of insane. I'm super excited for Forza, by the way. Really looking forward to that as well. But yeah, I think Starfield's really solid. Does it have its jankiness, its bugs? Yeah. I think the story gets really, really good in this game. So, yo, everybody I've talked to, and my one friend that literally has never played a Bethesda game in his life, this is the same dude that has never played a Final Fantasy game in his life as well. Trying to get him on these games, you know, he's more of a casual, but well, we're getting through to him, you know. He's dropping Destiny 2 for a little bit, and he's playing some more games, but he's playing Starfield, and he was just like, bro, I'm not really vibing with this game, and I was just like, dude, relax, just stick with the game based on what I'm hearing, because we were around the same part when we were playing. I think you're gonna get more and more engaged into the game, and then he's been playing, and then I didn't have a chance to play on Monday, and I come back and I talk to him, and he just put like 12 hours into the game in one day on Labor Day, and I'm just like, bro, what happened? He's like, yo, bro, the game got really good, and yeah, so give it some time. Obviously, there's an absurd amount of content to the game, and what this game does is it throws side content at you left and right. Like, man, I feel like within the first couple of hours into the game, your activities log is just packed with stuff to do. So, you know, for a lot of people that want to do everything, it is going to be a massive, massive undertaking. But, you know, the fact you can play it with a $10 or $11, no, it's $10 on PC. Yeah, Game Pass is $10 a month on PC. You can play Starfield. Forza's coming out. A lot of reason to be excited as far as all that's concerned. But that'll do it for me. Again, Final Fantasy 16 PC looking to not be an EGS exclusive, and Starfield officially out today. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.